My name is Andy Young. I am a crisis negotiator with the SWAT team, and I oversee our victim services unit. It started with I got a graduate degree in counseling. From there, because I was teaching at Lubbock Christian University, they made me go get my doctorate just so I could keep my day job. But that's also come in very handy for the work around here. And then I also got training in the crisis intervention and then the hostage negotiation. And so all those experiences and training, I think, kind of set up what we got going now. I was on our first victim services shift, and that looked like me fumbling around in the PD trying to find my partner and get my radio squared away and get the car started and go out on the street and have a little idea of what I was getting into. We have about 20 trained mental health professionals. They all have their day job. They're all from different backgrounds, from social work to CPS to graduate counseling students. So they already come with that training background and experience. And they patrol the city just like any other officer with a radio. When we got started, our call volume was centered around domestic violence, but that has dramatically shifted over the years. We usually get called to the calls that are a little bit more brutal. Suicides and homicides and traffic fatalities. It seems that those kind of grief-oriented situations are really where officers find us most useful. So a police officer will call us over to their call. We will usually show up in the front yard and they'll give us a brief and they'll point us the right direction. And our people will make contact with the person, generally speaking, in crisis or has just experienced a criminal offense and they're a victim of that. Many times when I've showed up, and my other people as well, it's just a calm, empathetic presence in the midst of all the chaos. I think the most dramatic example was a SWAT call out we had in 2003. It was probably about a 15-hour call out, and early on it seemed pretty clear to me and some of the negotiators how this was going to go, and I just had the spot where I articulated it pretty clearly, and then when it went the way that it looked like it was going to go, everyone was like, now wait a minute, maybe there's another perspective here that might help us out. It became very clear to me after those incidents that if officers don't know me, I'm really not going to be of much assistance to them. So I tried to do things like show up for hockey games and playing poker and the work with victim services, I think, also helped. Being familiar not only with the officer, but with the job, I think started to open that door. Once officers kind of figured out what this was and who I was and who we were, then they were much more open. I think right now our call volume is pretty consistent with our staffing, but as Lubbock grows and things change, then of course I see us expanding out. But my hope is to get some more full-time people in place as the need grows, and I'm not quite sure when we'll hit that tipping point, but trying to keep that in the back of my mind as the future unfolds.